Florida, for many people, is a dream destination. Year-round sunshine, endless beaches, and no state income tax. It is no surprise that thousands of people move here every year. However, there is an open secret behind the lush palm trees. Not every part of Florida is created equal. Yes, some small towns here offer untouched, heavenly calm, while others are trapped in extreme crime and an unreasonable cost of living. Today, we are not just looking at beauty, we are dissecting reality on the ground. We will pit the 10 worst small towns against the 10 best hidden gems in Florida. Let us see where dreams can grow and where those dreams may fall apart. We start in Cocoa. Geographically, its location is strategic because it is close to Cape Canaveral, but do not let its proximity to SpaceX rockets fool you. Cocoa consistently ranks among the most dangerous cities in Florida for its size. With a population of around 19,000 people, the chance of becoming a victim of property crime here is 1 in 21. Its history as a citrus industry hub has long faded, leaving many areas abandoned. On top of that, water pollution in the Indian River Lagoon is a frequent complaint among residents. Yes, living here feels like being stuck in a past that failed to modernize. If Cocoa feels unsettling, drive up to the Panhandle to find Blountstown. Here, time seems to slow down. With crime rates 25% below the national average, Blountstown is the definition of safety. Uniquely, this town was once known as a former railroad capital and has now transformed into a haven for nature lovers. You can get a slightly larger home for a third of coastal prices. Life here depends heavily on the community. If your car breaks down, chances are neighbors or passers-by will be the first to stop and help before official assistance arrives. Meanwhile, Jacksonville is often promoted as an economic hub, but for locals, it is a maze of traffic congestion. The main issue is not just traffic, but a public school system struggling to maintain standards below the national average. Graduation rates in several districts are deeply concerning. Historically, the city grew too fast without solid urban planning, creating exhausting urban sprawl. You will spend more time on hot asphalt than enjoying your own yard. But in Central Florida, there is a town with a unique name, Frostproof. The name is not just a marketing strategy. Historically, the town has rarely been hit by frost that damages surrounding citrus groves. What is interesting today is that Frostproof has adopted gigabit internet technology across its rural areas. So while Jacksonville residents are stuck in traffic, Frostproof residents can work from home by the lake with lightning-fast internet. Yes, this town is a rare blend of old agricultural charm and modern digital needs. West Palm Beach may sound luxurious due to its proximity to Mar-a-Lago, but for middle-class residents, the city has a very real dark side. Beyond its sky-high cost of living, it carries a fairly high risk of property crime, roughly 1 in 32. On top of that, there is one geological fact that is both interesting and alarming. West Palm sits in a sinkhole risk zone. Yes, these sinkholes can appear suddenly due to the fragile limestone structure beneath the ground. This means choosing to live here could involve paying a premium price to reside on land that is technically unstable. Forget sinkholes and head north to High Springs in North Florida. This town is known as the cave diving capital of the world. High Springs offers an unmatched outdoor lifestyle with crystal blue natural springs such as Ginny Springs. In terms of safety, the data is highly impressive, 45% safer than the average US city. Historically, High Springs was a railroad junction town, and today its downtown is filled with antique shops and local cafes that deliberately resist big-name franchises. Here, you live surrounded by clean water, not fear of crime, let alone land that could collapse at any moment. Elsewhere stands Panama City, a town that has become a victim of its own beauty. Because it relies too heavily on tourism, its economy is actually very fragile. When Hurricane Michael struck in 2018, the city was devastated, and to this day, the recovery still feels slow in certain areas. Seasonal unemployment is a chronic issue. Once summer ends, the city seems to lose its pulse. On top of that, as a tourist trap, the prices of basic necessities here are often far higher than their true value simply because of the location label. Meanwhile, about an hour east, there is a town called Bristol. Yes, it is one of the smallest towns on this list, but possibly the most peaceful. Bristol has a crime rate 63% below the national average. Practically, you could leave your door unlocked, although we would not recommend it. One unique fact is a local legend claiming that Torreya State Park near Bristol is the original location of the Garden of Eden, due to the presence of the extremely rare Torreya tree. But myth aside, Bristol offers a sense of peace that money simply cannot buy in Panama City. Next, Tampa often appears on best places to live lists across many platforms, but ask the people who actually live here. Most will complain about humidity that reaches 90% almost year-round, and the legendary traffic on I-4. Tampa is a storm magnet. Historically, its bay location makes it highly vulnerable to severe tidal flooding. As a result, home insurance costs here have surged to unreasonable levels over the past 3 years, turning the dream of homeownership into a heavy financial burden. But if you want to avoid insurance drama and flooding, Keystone Heights is the better choice. Located on higher ground by Florida standards, this town is nicknamed a home for the good life. The latest data shows Keystone Heights is 71% safer than the national average. The town revolves around its lake communities. Life in Keystone today centers on high school activities and lakeside picnics. Its cost of living is 12% lower than the US average, making it a refuge for young families looking to escape the chaos of Tampa. As the state capital, Tallahassee should represent Florida at its best. Instead, it has a surprisingly high rate of violent crime for a college town. On top of that, its isolated northern location makes transportation access expensive. Its airport is often cited as one of the most expensive in the United States. Historically, Tallahassee is a city split between government bureaucracy and a wild campus lifestyle, creating social instability that is hard for newcomers to ignore. This stands in stark contrast to Mount Dora. Set among the rolling hills of Central Florida, the town feels like New England transplanted to the south. Mount Dora is known for its art festivals that draw thousands of visitors, yet it still preserves an intimate small-town feel. Its lifestyle is distinctly artistic, with a downtown lined by well-preserved historic buildings. There are no skyscrapers, no government chaos, just calm sunsets over Lake Dora. It is a place where history is valued more than raw economic growth numbers. Next is Florida City, which may look like a great town at first glance. But do not be fooled by its grand-sounding name. In reality, Florida City consistently ranks as one of the most dangerous cities in the entire United States per capita. Located at the southern edge before the Florida Keys, it has become a harsh transit point. Poverty levels here are also deeply concerning, reaching nearly 40%. Today, life in Florida City is often overshadowed by constant police patrols. But if you want clear water without the dangers of Florida City, head to Dunnellon. This town is home to Rainbow Springs, a famous site where the water remains at 22 degrees Celsius year-round. Yes, Dunnellon is a peaceful small town where people still greet each other at the local grocery store. Economically, the town is very stable thanks to its well-managed nature tourism. There is no traffic, no notable violent crime, just blue rivers and low-hanging oak trees. So what about this city? It may look appealing as Daytona Beach is an icon of speed. But hold on. For its residents, that speed turns into non-stop noise and sound pollution. During Bike Week or NASCAR races, the city transforms into a zone of chaos. Outside those events, Daytona struggles with homelessness and beach areas that are starting to look worn and poorly maintained. Crime in tourist zones often targets the unwary, making it mentally exhausting to live there long term. Just about an hour away, we can step back in time in Micanopy. Nicknamed the town that time forgot, Micanopy is the oldest inland town in Florida, founded in 1821. There are no traffic lights here. Life moves beneath massive oak trees draped in Spanish moss. Historically, the town was a center for the hide trade, but today it has become a hub for antique collectors and writers. It stands as the perfect contrast to the noise of Daytona. In Micanopy, the loudest sound you will likely hear is birdsong or the wind blowing through the trees. Orlando is often seen as Florida's face to the world. For its residents, however, it is a financial struggle. The wage-to-housing cost ratio in Orlando is among the worst in the United States. Most jobs here are in the tourism service sector, with minimum wages, while apartment rents keep rising in line with global market pressures. Add to that, millions of tourists flooding every corner of the city each day. Living in a city like this means constantly yielding to tourists, both on the roads and in local restaurants. For a more affordable lifestyle, many people eventually turned to Sebring. Known as the City on the Circle, its downtown was built with a unique circular design and is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. Sebring offers access to the beautiful Lake Jackson without international tourist crowds. An interesting fact is that the city is home to the legendary 12 Hours of Sebring race circuit. But outside race week, Sebring is remarkably quiet. Its cost of living is very reasonable, allowing you to retire or raise a family without needing 3 side jobs. At the top of our worst cities list is Opa-locka. The city was founded with a 1001 Nights theme, complete with Moorish-style buildings and distinctive domes. Yet its architectural beauty is a bitter irony. Opa-locka has long suffered from systemic government corruption and crushing poverty levels exceeding 50%. Its crime rate is also extremely high, with certain areas considered no-go zones after sunset. Yes, this is a stark warning that unique aesthetic design cannot always mask the failure of social and economic infrastructure. And finally, the crown for the best small town goes to Alachua. This city is the antithesis of Opa-locka. Nicknamed the Good Life, Alachua blends strong southern charm with modern technological progress thanks to its proximity to the University of Florida. The city is very safe, clean, and boasts an excellent school system. Even more interesting, Alachua is a hub for many biotechnology companies, making its local economy strong and highly educated. Here, you get the best of both worlds, the calm of a lush small town and world-class career opportunities. Alachua proves that with proper management, Florida truly can be a paradise on Earth.